Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be cleaning up this Western saddle for a friend of mine. The leather's kind of dry. These are pretty rough. It's been in some spots where it's got a little bit of some sun bleach on it. So we're going to see if we can restore that and get this cleaned up as best we can. This isn't going to be a full tutorial. I just wanted to show what you can do to help get saddles clean. For dark oil saddles, you can just take water from your hose and hose your saddle down, and it won't do anything to your saddle. It won't ruin it or damage it. But you definitely do not want to do that on cherry colored leather or a light oil leather, because it will leave water stains, and you definitely don't want that. This is just a beef tallow soap that I made. You can apply it with a makeup brush if you want to. That works just fine. Just kind of apply it like you would if you were going to be shaving. For dirt that's really embedded in the saddle, you definitely want to use a little bit of a stiffer bristled brush. But again, if you have like a light oil saddle or something like that, the finer the brush, the better. Even though you'll do more scrubbing, you will have less damage on the leather. This is pretty dirty, so I'm just going to apply ew. I find it works best when you scrub a saddle to go in circular motions. It tends to get all the dirt out of all the swirls and out of all the crevices just a little bit better. You want to feel in all those cracks, all the places you can't really see, because that can create damage in your saddle in some vulnerable places. So you want to check it everywhere. I certainly want to check my work and look for any embedded dirt in the grooves, because eventually, if I don't get those out, those grooves can get deeper, and then it can crack the leather. And once it's got a crack in it, there's really no repairing it. So I got the saddle clean, it's scrubbed. The leather is currently drying. Once it's finished drying, then I will be able to apply some oils and dyes and apply a brand new finish on the leather to help protect it and seal it. But for now, it's just got to sit and dry. So the leather has dried. So I made up a mix of beef tallow and leather dye. Beef tallow kind of dilutes the color a little bit, so that way it's not quite as dark. That way I could do a better color match for this side of the leather as I have on this one. You can test your color in a spot that's not going to be as visible, so that way you don't accidentally make your saddle darker than you want it, or in some cases ruin your leather. You want to apply your dye. I know this isn't straight dye, it's just, my mix that I made. But you want to make sure that you apply your dye in a circular motion. That way you don't end out with any brush strokes in your saddle that might be visible. And I'm just going to coat this in there because that oil is going to soak into that leather, and the dyes tend to dry the leather out. So I wanted to prevent that as well. Another thing you can do is have a sponge handy. That kind of helps blend things in all over. I've got the leather dyed and oiled now. So now I'm going to apply my clear coat polish. Got the sponge, it's already damp with a little bit of water. I'm just going to apply that clear coat polish, and this is going to allow the leather to have a satin shine instead of a matte finish, and this will help protect the leather from any dirt, sweat, salts, things like that that might get into the leather. And this will help prevent that from happening, and it will make it much easier to keep the saddle clean, and it will definitely prevent some wear. So I've got the clear coat polish in there. Now the saddle is just, it's beautiful. It's got a nice shiny luster to it. My hands look like crap. I kind of got a funny story. Somebody thought that my fingers were like rotting off, and I went to go shake their hands and they about died. I had to tell them, yeah, it's leather dye. Nothing, no big, just, you know, arts and crafts. But the saddle is finally done, and I am very, very pleased with how it's turned out. So if you like this video, you can come back for more tips and tricks later on. Bye now.